Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving into one of the most unbelievable survival stories of all time. So get comfortable, then let's explore the life, the struggle, and the triumph of José Salvador Alvarenga. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing stories like this one. Let's get started. José Salvador Alvarenga, the Salvadoran fisherman, became a global symbol of human endurance and resilience after surviving an incredible 14 months adrift in the Pacific Ocean. His story is one of unimaginable hardship, survival against all odds, and the indomitable human spirit. This is the story of a man whose life was forever changed by the sea. José Salvador Alvarenga was born on August 24, 1975, in the small coastal village of Garita Palmera, El Salvador. Growing up in a poor family, Alvarenga learned the value of hard work from a young age. His father was a bricklayer, and his mother worked as a homemaker, raising him and his siblings in a modest home. Life was tough, and opportunities were scarce in their rural community. As a child, Alvarenga developed a deep connection to the ocean. He often helped local fishermen, learning the basics of fishing and boat navigation. By his teenage years, he had become an experienced fisherman, spending long days at sea to support his family. However, the economic challenges in El Salvador pushed him to seek better opportunities elsewhere. In the early 2000s, Alvarenga made the difficult decision to leave El Salvador and migrate to Mexico in search of a better life. He settled in the coastal town of Costa Azul, in the state of Chiapas, where he resumed his work as a fisherman. The waters of the Pacific were abundant with fish, and Alvarenga quickly established himself as a skilled and reliable fisherman. Life in Mexico was not easy, but it was an improvement over the poverty he had left behind. Alvarenga worked long hours, often spending days at sea on small fishing boats. He lived a simple life, sending money back to his family in El Salvador whenever he could. Despite the challenges, he found joy in his work and the camaraderie of his fellow fishermen. In November 2012, Alvarenga's life took a dramatic turn. He set out on what was supposed to be a routine fishing trip aboard a 24-foot fiberglass boat. Accompanying him was a young crewmate, Ezequiel Cordaba, a 22-year-old fisherman from Chiapas. The two men planned to spend a day catching sharks, a common practice in the region. However, their trip took a disastrous turn when a sudden storm hit. Strong winds and rough waves knocked out the boat's engine and destroyed its communication equipment. The men were left adrift in the open ocean, with no way to call for help. As days turned into weeks, their situation grew increasingly desperate. Alvarenga and Cordaba faced unimaginable challenges during their time at sea. With no fresh water or food, they relied on rainwater and whatever they could catch from the ocean. They ate raw fish, turtles, and even birds that landed on their boat. Alvarenga's experience as a fisherman proved crucial, as he knew how to catch fish and navigate the harsh conditions. Despite their efforts, Cordaba's health began to deteriorate. After 4 months at sea, the young fisherman succumbed to starvation and dehydration. Alvarenga was left alone, battling loneliness, despair, and the constant threat of death. He later recounted that he spoke to Cordaba's spirit, drawing strength from the memory of his friend. Alvarenga's survival instincts kicked in. He kept himself alive by drinking turtle blood and eating raw fish. He used the boat's fiberglass hull to shield himself from the sun and rain. Over time, his body adapted to the harsh conditions, but the mental toll was immense. He later described the experience as a battle between hope and despair. After 14 months adrift, Alvarenga's ordeal finally came to an end. On January 30, 2014, his boat washed ashore on the remote Eban Atoll in the Marshall Islands, over 6,500 miles from where he had started. He was discovered by locals, who were shocked by his emaciated appearance and incredible story. Alvarenga was taken to a hospital, where he received medical treatment and began the long process of recovery. His story quickly made international headlines, captivating people around the world. Many were skeptical of his account, but experts confirmed that his journey was physically possible, given the ocean currents and his survival techniques. Alvarenga's return to civilization was bittersweet. While he was celebrated as a hero, he struggled to adjust to life on land. The trauma of his experience left him with lasting physical and psychological scars. He faced challenges in reuniting with his family, as years of separation had strained their relationships. In the years following his rescue, Alvarenga worked to rebuild his life. He returned to El Salvador, where he was welcomed as a national hero. He wrote a memoir, 438 Days, detailing his incredible journey and the lessons he learned about survival and resilience. He also became an advocate for fishermen's safety, urging governments to improve regulations and equipment to prevent similar tragedies. José Salvador Alvarenga's story is a testament to the strength of the human spirit. His ability to survive against all odds has inspired millions around the world. He reminds us of the power of hope, determination, and the will to live, even in the face of unimaginable adversity. Today, Alvarenga lives a quiet life, cherishing the simple joys of being with his family and friends. His journey serves as a powerful reminder of the fragility of life and the resilience of the human heart. José Salvador Alvarenga's name will forever be synonymous with survival, courage, and the unyielding will to endure.